Hey loves! Today I'm going to be trying out some brand new makeup so you don't have to. So grab all of your snacks, get cozy, and let's get into it. We have new eyeshadow quads here from Hourglass. These are the Curator eyeshadow palettes. This one is in Realist on the right, and then on the left we have Minimalist. So pretty. I think I'm going to use a combination of both today actually. So let's start off with a little eyeshadow primer. As always, I'm using this one from Rare Beauty. This is my go-to. BK Beauty A506. To blend that primer in. I'm going to use the Minimalist palette. I'm going to take that matte cream shade with the same brush. I'm going to apply that to the inner part of my lid. That looks nice and smooth on the lids too. It's pretty much like my skin tone color, so it's a good base. And then with this shade right here, I'm going to take a NYX blending brush and add that to my outer lid and crease. These are blending really nicely. They have a very soft texture to them and a little bit more of a buildable formula. Taking that darker brown, I'm going to take in a BK Beauty N13 brush. And I'm also going to add that to the outer lid. Ooh, I like the way these are looking a lot, actually. They look really good. BK Beauty 211 brush. It's slightly smaller than the ones that I just used, but it's a small fluffy brush. And I'm going to take that deepest brown in 4 matte. Also adding that to the outer lid. Pretty much just going to deepen this up as much as possible. Then going into the Realist palette, I'm going to use the 4 metallic shade. Using a flat shader brush, this one is from Amazon. I'm going to apply that on my lid. These blend beautifully. They have a very buttery, soft texture. I feel like they all layer really nicely too, and they just have a good blend to them. I like this. For mascara, I'm going to use the Kosas Soul Gazer mascara. I've actually already been testing this out. And then this is the wand. I actually like the formula of this because it's like that hybrid where not too wet, not too dry. Kind of just gives this like feathery, separated look. I like it. I haven't noticed any flakes or anything with it too. The only thing is I feel like it doesn't keep a curl on my lashes. Like you can see this lash is like literally already drooping. Like stay up. I'm gonna let that dry and then I want to do a little recurl because I do like the mascara, but I think the Haley's one is still my favorite for that reason because it separates, it lengthens, and it keeps them hooked up and straight. So this is the mascara. I do like it, but unfortunately it doesn't hold a curl, so I recurled my lashes after I applied this. I feel like they look okay, a little clumpy, but I do like the mascara. That's the only thing. I just always feel like with so many formulas, my lashes just go straight pretty instantly after applying. That's why this is pretty much my go-to mascara. I need to get backups with this, honestly. Hopefully it will not be discontinued or anything because it's the best one that I've ever tried. I feel like this is what made me not wear false lashes anymore, truthfully. So those are the lashes. We're gonna do a little tight lining. I'm gonna use this NYX Epic Wear Liner in Burnt Sienna. It's a beautiful burgundy. I'm gonna apply this on my waterline too. Let's do a little skin prep. I'm gonna take the Rhode Glazing Mist just to give my skin a nice boost of hydration. This is really good and it's fragrance free. It has a very fine mist. And then this is the Blur On Lock Primer from Hard Candy. Apparently this is really good for all skin types and it's supposed to smooth out your pores. So I'm going to do one side with, one side without because we have a new foundation and I always like to see if primer actually does make a difference. It says visibly reduces pores and fine lines. Oh, okay. I actually do like the way that this feels. Very nice consistency. This is with. Definitely absorbed the shine on the forehead and on the cheek area as well, and then this is without, so that glow is definitely peeking through. This feels really good. It doesn't feel too slippery, it doesn't feel dry. I feel like it actually absorbed really nicely into the skin. Now we're going to try out a brand new $7 foundation from Essence. This has a natural matte finish and it comes in a bunch of different shades. I'm going to try out shade 140. I think this might be a little bit too light. Yes, this is the light shade with a neutral undertone. They actually sent over all of the shades, so we're going to try out a few and see if we have a good match. This is 170. I think 170 might be one of the closest matches. 150 says light with warm rosy undertones. 140 is a light with neutral undertones, and then 170 is light medium with rosy undertones. This is 180, which is light medium with neutral undertones, which looks a little bit too dark. And then we have 160, light medium with rosy peach undertones. So honestly, none of these colors look like they're going to be a perfect match. So we're going to have to probably try to maybe mix or make one of these work. I think I'm going to go with this shade right here, which was 170. It actually smells really good. It kind of has like this fruity smell. I actually think the color is not that bad. Gave some decent coverage. I feel like it evened out my skin really nice. I was luckily able to find a pretty good shade, so I like this one, 170. Then we're gonna try out this Color Fuse Glossy Blush Balm. This one is in Glassy Cinnamon. Really pretty, more warm toned color. I love colors like this because it's kind of like a hybrid of a bronzer and blush in one. I'm gonna apply it on a brush instead. Real Technique soft sculpting brush. That's a gorgeous color. I guess like technically you could put it all around the perimeter, like using it as a bronzer a little bit. I like the color of this because I feel like even though it is a bronzer, it's not too muddy on the skin. It has a really pretty blend. This also seems to be blending nice over top of the foundation. It doesn't lift it if you apply it directly, which is nice. Yeah, this is pretty much August in a blush because it is that really pretty sunburnt shade. New from Charlotte Tilbury, the Unreal Blush Healthy Glow Stick in Pink Glow. BK Beauty 115 brush. Oh wow, that is really pigmented. That's really pretty. I like that a lot. Traditional packaging, pretty color. I love how the pink is the same color too as the bottom of the packaging. Pretty. This would even look pretty on the lips too. Right in the center with a darker lip liner and then a little gloss over top. I like. I don't have a new concealer, so I'm going to use one of my newer favorites, the It Cosmetics Do It All Radiate Concealer in light medium neutral. And then this is a good brush from It Cosmetics, the Airbrushed Angled Concealer Brush. Definitely applied way too much blush. I didn't expect the Charlotte Tilbury to be that pigmented, but it really packs a punch. Both of these products blend really nicely. I like the blush, both blushes. House Lab, Charlotte Tilbury, so far, winners. I don't have a new powder, so I'm just going to use my tried and true Huda Beauty Easy Bake in Pound Cake. And then with a little Beauty Blender Pocket Puff. I'm honestly trying to finish up this powder. It's the LYS Triple Fix Translucent Setting Powder, and this one is in the color Resilience, which is just a translucent shade. One of my favorite, very beautiful matte powders that's not too dry on the skin. If you have dry skin, I think you would actually love this. I'm just using this EcoTools flat top brush. I'm gonna be pretty generous with the powder, and I feel like with this one you can be, just because it's not dry at all. It does not get cakey. It's truly the best. I don't know how they did it, but it's just one of the most non-drying yet still mattifying powders there is. Let's try out this glass setting spray from One Size. It says melt powdery finishes, refresh, hydrate, and brighten all day wear, non-comedogenic. No fragrance. It kind of has a similar mister to the Rhode Glazing Mist, which I really like. One Size makes, I think, one of the best setting sprays on the market, the Until Dawn. So this, I can already see how nice that this could be in your makeup routine if you want to refresh, especially before using something so mattifying. I think something like this is nice just to give your skin a quick boost before you mattify it and set it all down. I like it too because it doesn't make the face look too wet or like your makeup is melting off. I think it really does marinate everything nicely and just gives the skin a nice hydrated veil. We're gonna try out some new lip products, but I do want to set my makeup into place with the One Size Until Dawn Mattifying Sunscreen Setting Spray. I've actually been really liking this because it's just like their OG setting spray, but it has SPF 28 in it, which is nice. I even like it for the chest area, to be honest. It's really good. So I've been really liking this. New lip liner alert here. This is from Revi Beauty, which is Ali Glein's makeup line. If you have not tried it, she has a lot of really great stuff. I love her brow pencil. It is my go-to. I also love her blushes, and I'm excited about these because apparently they are creamy and actually long wearing. But let's start off with the first lip liner in the shade Honey. We're gonna swatch each one on the bare lips. Oh, okay, so this one is pretty much like very natural on my lips. So this is kind of like the color of my lips, but with a touch of pink. It is very natural. This is the swatch. Really, really creamy. It applies like a lipstick, honestly. So here we have Honey. Even though it is so natural, I like what it did to the lips. I feel like for me, this would be one of those products for a very natural, like 5-minute makeup look if I want to just enhance my natural lips. Next color is in Fig. The blend that these have is everything. It's a really nice formula. So here is Fig. It's like one of the creamiest liners ever. It's kind of giving me like Fenty vibes a little bit with the creaminess. I like this too because it's not too pink. It is the perfect undertone. This is good. Fig is a winner. Then we have the shade Almond. Perfection. This has a little bit of a cool undertone as well. This is probably my favorite color. This one and Fig is really pretty. I honestly really like all of them. I can see myself using these each with different makeup looks. The formula of this feels very effortless. This is really pretty as well. Here we have Almond. And then just to show you the sharpener, let's try it out and see if it's very seamless. Yes, love that. I'm gonna top that off with the shade Mocha. It's kind of in the same family. It's like a darker brown because I really like this. I think I'm gonna just keep this lip combo on because it matches the makeup look. Oh wow, this one's really pigmented. So Mocha is rich, very intense. I mean, and it is topped over the Almond shade, but this is more overpowering than Almond, honestly, because it is so pigmented and like a very rich shade. So here's Mocha versus Almond. Mocha is very rich, even topped over the Almond shade. You're gonna definitely get more of that deeper brown. I love the undertone to this. I feel like even these two mixed, you could use the Almond shade right here to diffuse out the edges a little bit, but I like to just take the bottom of the lip liner to blend it all in, rub my lips together. And the best part about these is definitely the fact that it is transfer proof. I really like that. I like don't want to take this off. This looks so good. I'm gonna leave this as is. I'm gonna add some gloss over top. These are new from Rare Beauty. These are the Positive Light Luminizing Lip Glosses. Apparently these glosses are also very long wearing as well, which we're gonna find out today because I think I actually want to just use one color so that we can top it over this because I don't want to take the lip liner off. It looks so good. So let's start off with this color in Spark. It smells fruity. Kind of peach a little bit. It's like super cushiony and soft. It smells divine. I love the flat applicator. It's very soft and silky on the lips. And then I'll do a little swatch here for you. I had to use this color because it matches the lip liner beautifully. That is super juicy and smooth. It does not feel sticky. It gives a nice amount of pigment and shine. I love the smell too. It's a nice change from the traditional vanilla scents that we always get. And then this is the color Blaze, which I think is also gonna look good with this lip combo that we have on. There is a little bit of a shimmer. So they're not fully matte. There is a little sparkle in there, which I think is really pretty. I love everything about these, down to the smell, the packaging, and just the way that they feel on the lips. I really like them too paired with the Revie Beauty lip liners. Now I want to see how long these do last, because apparently this is a long wearing gloss formula as well. So I just added a touch more of the One Size setting spray all over. I really like this, and I already love the original, but then the SPF is a nice added bonus. I also just realized I forgot to add a little bit of this Bio Radiant Glassy Highlighter Balm from Haus Labs over top. I'm going to do a little bit of this in Glassy Pink Opal. To be honest, I really like everything. Also, there isn't a huge difference between the primed side versus the not primed side. I don't really see a massive difference. The foundation I think looks really good. I think the shade ended up working out a lot better than I was expecting. It's $7 and it comes in 43 shades. I really like the finish of it and how creamy it was. I think it also gave decent coverage. Definitely more buildable, and you could just add more stripes as you go, and I feel like it still looks really good and it feels lightweight on the skin. All right, I'm gonna take this glassy balm. I'm gonna just tap it lightly right onto the cheekbones just for a little glow. No, let me actually use a brush. I don't know about that. Oh yeah, with a brush it is so much better. Oh wow, this is like really pigmented. Definitely gives a glow, but it also gives some color to the cheeks. You can see it adds a really pretty pinky touch. Oh, okay. With products like this though, I always wonder, like, do you set it with a powder? Because it feels like a little bit tacky on the cheeks, you know what I mean? But that's actually really pretty. I did not expect that pigment. It's like an icy, pinky, glowy highlighter balm. Okay, cute. This would look really pretty too, I feel like, on the lips with the little lip liner. So yeah, I think the complexion is really good. The primer is one of those things that I have to keep using to see if it actually does make a difference. Right now, I'm not really noticing a huge difference between the primed versus not primed side. This Charlotte Tilbury blush is intense. This is super pigmented, and I really like the formula of this so far as well. Also really like that glassy blush balm. I like how it's a hybrid between a bronzer and blush. I feel like you could really honestly just skip out on bronzer if you do use this altogether. The lip products are probably my favorite thing that I used out of the entire video. I love the lip liners. I cannot wait to do more lip combos with them. And then the gloss feels so nice and silky on the lips. Oh yeah, also the mascara. Again, I don't think it's a bad mascara. I just think if you have very stubborn straight lashes like me, this is not going to hold a curl. These mini eyeshadow palettes from Hourglass I also really like. These could be travel friendly, very easy if you're on the go. You just want the most minimal, basic kind of look. Now, of course, you could definitely get these kind of tones and formulas with different palettes at Sephora. Like, you can get more bang for your buck if you're looking for more variety, but for what these are, I think that they are nice. Very soft formula too. I think the eyeshadows are really buttery and blendable. But of course, you could get this with so many other palettes that I'm sure you already have in your collection. And if you're into the eyeshadow quads but you don't want to spend a lot, these Pretty Smart Celebrity Artist eyeshadow palettes are a great alternative. It's not an exact dupe or anything for Hourglass, but it's a nice option if you just want the basics and you don't feel like spending a lot. These are amazing quality too. I really love this brand, and here are the swatches. So nice, very pigmented, also a little bit more of a buildable formula, but they blend beautifully and you cannot beat the price. So right now everything looks really good. I'm just taking a clean fluffy brush. This one is the Lawless foundation brush, just to really press in that glassy balm that I used from Haus Labs, just so it doesn't look too wet on the skin. I know that's kind of the point, but I already know I'm going to get oily throughout the day, so we're going to just tone that down just a little bit. Blending in that highlighter balm is it. That helped a lot. Still dewy on the cheeks, but I feel like it's not as much. And you can see the natural light is coming in and the foundation looks really good. The undertone to it is not as pinky as I thought it was gonna be too. So everything's looking pretty good right now, but let's see what it looks like in a few hours. So this day I only wore the makeup for about 6 hours, but I was sweaty and hot because I ended up doing my walk, and I do like the way the foundation wore throughout the day, but it did come off around my nose, so I want to do some better skin prep with it. And let me know if you can tell a difference between the non-primed side versus the primed side. And this was right after I ate ice cream, by the way, and I still feel like the lip liners held up really nicely throughout the day, so can't wait to keep using those, but I'm loving the formula so far, so I'll keep you posted the more that I use these.